Kamala Harris and her husband, Doug Emhoff, wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Now, I can't tell if this video was recorded voluntarily or involuntarily. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Vice President Kamala Harris and her husband, the second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Now, I appreciate that, Kamala and Doug. I really do. Same to you guys. Same to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you enjoy your holiday. Hopefully your back doesn't get too big from eating all the good foods you're going to have on the table. Shout out to everybody for the Thanksgiving holiday. However, this video, it just looks kind of crazy. First of all, it's in the same location as the clip I played in the previous video where Kamala was looking kind of drunk and disheveled. Hair's all over the place, crazy facial expressions. There's a whole lot going on. It looks like they recorded a bunch of videos at once. It's like, look, Kamala, all right, you've been silent since you lost the election on November the 5th. You've been silent. So you got to say something. You got a lot of staffers working your campaign. They've not heard from you. They want to hear something from you. Give them a little bit of reassurance, boost morale in the DNC. And you got to talk to those who just like the Democratic Party in general, those who are let down. You got to say something. So they got her in the hotel room, made her cut a bunch of videos, and this is what we got as a result. Now, before we get to that one, let's go back a little bit. Speaking about staff and boosting the morale, the staff who worked on Kamala's campaign are not taking any kind of accountability. They want to blame everybody else up under the sun for the loss rather than looking within. You could blame the media, you could blame anybody that you want, but ultimately, you guys ran a bad campaign and an even worse candidate. You spent $1.4 billion and didn't even raise that much and still got stomped out. You raised 1.4, Trump had 375 million to your 1.4 billion and you lost. What's going on? Now, let's go ahead and play this clip right here. This is someone from her campaign talking about the reason why they lost. And again, there's not much introspection. There's not much personal accountability. It's finger pointing and blaming everybody else. We're going to play this. Then we're going to play something from James Carville, which kind of rebukes this. Then we're going to get to the coup de grace. We're going to get to Kamala and Doug in the hotel room, cutting the hostage release video. And of course, I will link to everything in the box. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
I would say, I mean, look, I am not media hater by any measure. And I think that, you know, we women don't get far in life talking about double standards. So that's not the point. But
victim, victim, victim. I'm a woman, all this and that. Victim.
I do think a narrative, 107 days, 2 weeks fucked up because of a hurricane, 2 weeks talking about how she didn't do interviews, which, you know, she was doing plenty, but we were doing in our own way. We had to, you know, be the nominee, had to find a running mate and do a rollout. I mean, there's all these things that you kind of want to factor in, but real people heard in some way that we were not going to have interviews, which was both not true and also so counter to any kind of standard that was put on Trump that I think that was a problem. And then
now let's talk about it. Trump did way more interviews, way more appearances. Trump did a lot more work than Kamala. And if you say that he didn't, you're a liar. You are a 100% liar. Trump went on Joe Rogan, some of the younger guys, the Nelk boys and Andrew Schultz, talking for 2 hours, 3 hours and more, and doing those multiple podcasts in the day, multiple rallies in the day. Trump by far outworked Kamala and spent a fraction of the money. Again, you guys on the left spent 1.4 billion with a B and lost, and you went in debt by $20 million at least. Trump spent 375 million, no debt, and won decisively.
Then on top of that, we would do an interview, and to Stephanie's point, the questions were small and processy and about like
dumb.
They were not informing a voter who was trying to listen to learn more.
The reason why the questions were dumb and processy or whatever you want to call it, simple questions, is because Kamala cannot handle serious questions. Kamala cannot handle tough interviews. And we saw this when she went to The View and Sonny Hostin asked her a very simple question. hey, Kamala, what are you going to do differently than Joe Biden if you become president in 2024, 2025? Nothing really. I can't think of anything. It was the easiest question, the easiest softball question, and she completely missed it. It's like you got a T-ball, right? You got the ball right on top of the tee. You're right at the plate, and it's saying, hey, Kamala, all you got to do is hit the ball off the tee, and she's completely missing. Striking out from a T-ball, and you're right in front of the tee. That is what Kamala did. That's why I don't give her any tough questions, because why would you give her tough questions when she cannot handle the easy questions? And you're going on friendly platforms. You're not going to places where you're actually going to get challenged. You're not going to Joe Rogan. You're not going to Fox. You're not going to these places where they're going to give you tough questions. Matter of fact, I think she did do Fox one time. It might have been Brett Baer, and it was a dumpster fire.
Or to understand. And I'm not here to say that the whole system was focused on us incorrectly. I'm just saying, like, again, of the things we need to explore as we move forward as a campaign and as a country, that does a disservice to voters. And, I think back and think we should have signaled more of our strategy early on about podcasts and who we were trying to reach. But we had a limited amount of time to reach the people we were trying to reach, and we were trying to go to them. But being up against a narrative that we weren't doing anything, or we were afraid to have interviews, is completely bullshit, and also took hold a little bit. And we just gave us another thing we had to fight back for that Trump never had to worry about.
Pluff.
So that's that. But what I heard right there, a bunch of excuses, no accountability, no introspection. You guys lost because, like I said, bad candidate, bad campaign. You thought spending a bunch of money on celebrities and all this kind of other stuff, the pageantry would have helped you, but it did not. It did not. You lost decisively. Now, let's go to James Carville. If you guys don't know, James Carville been around the Democratic Party for a long time. He's been around since, Bill Clinton, 90s. Now, this is his take on the whole situation.
And let me tell you another huge error this made, is when people said campaigns need to reflect progressive values. No, they don't. Campaigns are authoritarian by their nature. And if I were running a 2028 campaign and I had some little snot-nosed 23-year-old saying, I'm going to resign if you don't do this, not only would I fire that motherfucker on the spot, I would find out who hired them and fire that person on the spot. I'm really not interested in your uninformed, stupid, jackass opinion as to whether you go on Joe Rogan or not. And there were people that worked in the White House that were protesting because they didn't like the president's policy in Gaza. Well, then get the fuck out of the White House. And let me
well, hey, man, it is what it is. I understand your point of view, but these people, these are your children. These are the kids that you raised up in a Democratic Party, and they're acting a certain way, and now you're trying to discipline them as an adult, but you did not do the job when they were kids. You did not do the job of messaging properly when they were young. That's what that is. Now, let's get to Kamala. Okay, we saw the drunken, allegedly drunken 10-minute rant. We saw that. I ain't going to play that because I know that's crazy. Let's get to this one right here. Happy Thanksgiving from Kamala and the white man.
Greetings, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving.
Today, we come together to reflect on what we are thankful for and to share our appreciation for one another. Surrounded by family, friends, and those we cherish, we cook our favorite recipes, we share family stories, serve those in need, and give thanks for our blessings.
On Thanksgiving, we also express our gratitude as a nation for our service members and their families who sacrifice so much to protect our nation and our most sacred values.
We are truly grateful for their service.
So again, from our family to yours,
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
All righty, there we go. So happy Thanksgiving from Kamala and Doug Emhoff, second gentleman. All righty. Okie dokie. So, hey, like I said, if you need help, blink twice. We'll come get you from that hotel room wherever you are. Now, as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to Kamala's campaign for not looking within to see the reason why they lost. And shout out to the White House for still trying to push her out there. I don't understand why. I know she's still the vice president, but not for long. Not for long. A lame duck at best. Joe Biden's the president. Where is he at? He's out on the beach somewhere chilling. I guarantee you right now, as I speak, Joe Biden is asleep in the bed. And when he gets up at 4 p.m., he is going, well, actually, he probably get up right now and then go back to bed at 4 p.m. He'll get up right now around 12 noon, go to bed at 4 p.m. And in that window when he's up, he's going to be on the beach chilling, eating some turkey or whatever he's doing. He's not doing any kind of work at all. Speaking about the government, he's pretty much off. Kamala's off. I don't know where she is. She might be on a resort somewhere trying to recoup because that campaign wore her smooth clean out. In those 100 days, she aged like she did 8 years in the White House. So I don't think, to those who wanted to run again, I don't think she's suitable to run for anything else. Unless she wanted to run for the border and fix out like she was supposed to, but different story, I digress. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your thoughts on the Thanksgiving hostage tape, whatever that was? And also the staffers not taking accountability. How about James Carville? Do you think what he said was on point, off point, whatever your thoughts are? Let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. Democratic Party's a mess. We dodged a crazy bullet because if that lady was to be the president, oh man, it would have been a wrap for this world. It would have been a wrap, not only for the country, but for this world. So I'm glad we dodged that bullet 100%. And to you guys out there, enjoy Thanksgiving, enjoy the football games, enjoy the turkey, the hog moss and that bun, whatever you're eating. Enjoy your day and do not let your back get way too big and out of control and crazy. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that is all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.